All right, so what we have here today is a Dewalt 20 volt grease gun with 10,000 PSI. I have already actually opened this, but just wrapped it up just to show what it looks like in the package it comes in. This grease gun comes in a nice hard case, which is really nice to put away, keep in your truck. This is the bad boy here. So it comes with a charger, a 4-amp battery, and a little strap. I did get some extra batteries that were on sale as well for a good deal. So they're actually the 5-amp ones. So I want to have lots of battery power for greasing, pumping. Always have one ready to go. Now this thing is definitely a lot more heavy than your typical grease gun, but it does pack quite a kick. So far I have been able to grease every grease pin I've attempted without it getting stuck or struggling to, and it does pump pretty fast here. You can see it just muscles the grease out. Nice little mess of grease there. Yeah, I've gone through only about four or five tubes, and so far it's cleaned the tubes out right to the end. Hasn't had a problem pumping any grease. Can lock it up so you're not getting grease all over the place in your box if something happens to push the switch. I did want to try the Milwaukee, but haven't tried it yet. So far, don't have anything to compare this one to in terms of the same specs, but I am looking forward to that. This is the closest thing we had, which we used before, and it is a total piece of garbage in comparison. This thing it's rated for 6,000 PSI, but unless the grease pin is a very light grease pin with hardly any dirt, very, very clean. If you're working with machines that are getting dirty, this thing is not gonna pump through anything. Most of the time you just end up getting frustrated and wasting time. So looking forward to throwing this thing away and making that the new go-to. And then of course we have these guys, which that's a upgrade, but in some aspects these are actually, in terms of hand grease guns, my personal experience, I haven't found anything better than the Alamite, especially these with the lever. These ones are not bad, but you do tend to cramp up, and it's nice to have the rubber hose to get into some difficult spots, but this is probably my favorite, just generic go-to grease gun. These always have one of these in the back of my truck and in pretty much most machines. But yeah, looking forward to trying this one out for the season, see how it does, and maybe if I do get the Milwaukee, I'd like to do a comparison of this one to the Milwaukee and see how they compare against each other. The Milwaukee does, from what I've seen, look like it has a little bit more features to it, but I guess at the end of the day it's about pumping grease, so this one seems like it's going to be a good one. So yeah, that is the Dewalt 10,000 PSI grease gun.